Finished basements can be one of the most challenging spaces to remodel, especially if that basement is dealing with existing moisture issues, and oftentimes we can make these conditions a lot worse if we don't address these issues and insulate properly. In this video, we're talking about 3 of the biggest mistakes that you can make when remodeling your basement. Let's get into it. If you're dealing with a leaky basement, just coating the interior basement walls with a liquid applied waterproofing like Drylok is a problem waiting to happen, as this is just a band-aid for a much bigger issue, and over time that coating is going to blister, or you'll start to see leaks appear elsewhere. Bulk water leaks in the foundation wall are primarily due to a buildup of hydrostatic pressure. This is the weight of water exerting itself against the foundation walls, and that water will find any crack or gap in the concrete or masonry to make its way inside. And this hydrostatic pressure has the potential to exert an enormous amount of force, which can seriously challenge these interior applied waterproofing products. Now, hydrostatic pressure can be alleviated by providing good drainage practices around the foundation and avoiding concentrations of bulk water that could lead to an accumulation of subsurface water around the foundation. We want to prevent surface water from becoming subsurface water, and we want to intercept and quickly drain any water around the foundation so that we don't get a buildup of hydrostatic pressure. In new construction, this is easily accomplished by providing a drainage mat around the foundation, a perimeter drainage tile, and backfilling with a free draining backfill material. However, in remodeling applications, we don't always have that luxury, and so we have to provide drainage from the interior side. Now, we can accomplish this by excavating a small portion of the slab around the perimeter to retrofit an interior perimeter drain, very similar to what we would normally install on the exterior, and direct this interior drainage pipe to a sump pump or a couple of sump pumps to ensure that we're getting rid of that water that makes its way inside. Then we can install a dimple mat against the foundation walls and over the new drainage trench. This is a high-density plastic dimple membrane that provides a drainage gap and a capillary break between the foundation walls and the moisture-sensitive framing. We want to tape the seams of this dimple mat to prevent air leakage and to equalize vapor pressure. Then, after the dimple mat has been installed, we can patch the slab and start working on the interior without having to worry about bulk water leaks. The second biggest problem that we commonly see is interior vapor barriers applied to the interior of the studs. I've talked about this one a lot on this channel, and we've got a couple of videos dedicated to this topic which you can go and watch right here, but vapor barriers like polyethylene trap moisture within the wall cavity when it's installed on the interior side of the studs. Water that finds a path into the interstitial space won't be able to dry out, whether it's from a small leak in the foundation walls, capillary wicking, moisture drying out of the foundation walls to the interior, or condensation from air leakage. Water will get inside, and we need to allow the moisture-sensitive components to dry out, otherwise we can end up with all sorts of mold issues, rot, and poor indoor air quality. Instead, insulate in a way that will prevent condensation and that will uncouple the framed walls from the foundation, such as by installing taped rigid foam against the foundation walls, closed cell spray foam, or insulate on the exterior side of the foundation walls sufficiently to warm the condensing surface of the concrete. Though that last strategy is less likely to be a suitable option in retrofit applications. If your inspector or your building department won't sign off without a vapor barrier, use a smart vapor retarder membrane instead so that you have some inward drying potential. Finally, we need to make sure that any interior drainage systems, like pipes and floor drains, are discharging to a sump pump or a couple of sump pumps in more severe cases, and these sump pumps absolutely must have backup batteries. We often hear about sump pumps failing when they're needed the most, especially in those really severe storms with heavy precipitation and strong winds that result in power outages. If you have a power outage and your sump pump doesn't have a backup battery, the pump simply isn't going to work, and all that water that accumulates around the foundation will eventually leak inside, whether at the walls or from groundwater rise. With that in mind, you also need to discharge your sump pump away from the foundation, whether it's a dry well or another stormwater facility. Just make sure it's as far away as possible from the basement walls so that you aren't making the problem worse. If you're looking for a complete guide on how to build a dry, comfortable, and durable basement, get my guide to basement design, only available at assyria-designs.com/shop. In this guide, we discuss everything from waterproofing and drainage techniques, insulating, condensation control, egress wells, HVAC considerations, and more. We also have over 150 free building science articles that cover a wide range of topics. Give this video a like if you haven't already, and subscribe for more weekly building science videos. For now, good luck with your projects. Cheers.